How's it going, guys? It's Nasty T, and this is some more Zombies gameplay. This is Swamp from World at War. I am on the right side of the screen. My friend Esqueleto is on the left side of the screen, so again, I'm on the right. I have the Thompson out right now, just so everyone knows. And this is us playing Swamp, and I had been talking to people on Twitter, and they wanted lots of zombie gameplay. I uploaded one earlier, where I only talked through like the first third of it, because they were like, yeah, can you just like put up some zombie gameplay? You don't need to talk or anything, I just want to watch zombies. And I was like, yeah, sure. But more people were like, hey, can you talk throughout the whole thing? So just giving the people what they want. But this is me going down and my buddy running for his life. So basically what our strategy is, the reason I also do split screen is because I think you can get a better handle of what's going on, because if one person's kind of in a corner or looking at a wall, or there's just zombies on his video, or on his screen, I guess, you can look at the other person's and you can kind of get a feel of where we are in the map and what we're doing. So the way Swamp works, we have all played it, it's been out for 20 years. There's the 4 different ways you can go out that have the perks, and what we do is we sit in the corner and we do not open the gate behind us, and we open the other 3. So we have the doctor's quarters, we have the spinning trap one, and then the third one, which is just, I mean, when they call this map Swamp, it's really swamp. You're in the middle of like waist deep water. So we don't open the one up behind us. We put about 2, 4, 6, 8 Bettys behind us. That's as many as it can hold, pretty much. Sometimes we get a few more, and that's kind of our backup. We reload, the Bettys go off, we kill the zombies, and then we push forward again, and that's kind of what we do. And it works pretty well. My friend here on the left, who I play with all the time, he's pretty much the only person I play zombies with. He is a zombie machine. He is ridiculous at it. Like, he was born to play zombies. He got to round 120 on this map. 120! That's not an exaggeration. It wasn't like, yeah, he got to like just some number, I don't know, like 80, 90. He actually got to 120, and he didn't even die. He just quit. He just quit the game because it takes like 6.5 hours. And he's like, oh yeah, the zombies really plateau around round 70. It's the same every time. It's, the rounds last about the same amount of time. And that's disgusting. That is disgusting. 120, that is nuts. I've never broken 50 before. So this, we're actually going to jump ahead. This is round 27, and then we're going to skip ahead to where we die. I'm not going to spoil it for you, mostly because I don't remember. And when we get to the end, I guess we'll get there. The Wonder Waffler is absolutely nuts. I know it was the best gun in this map, but I didn't remember because, let's be honest, World of War was 5 Call of Duties ago. And I go back and play it periodically a little bit, but I've gotten a lot better at Call of Duty in the last 2 years. Like, my skill has really jumped up a ton. And it's like when you play games when you're younger. When you go back to N64 games and you're like, oh, this isn't as hard, or this is a lot slower than I remember. That's kind of what happened to me with zombies, especially the newer zombies where everything happens so quickly and you gotta build things, and there's like trampolines you can use, and there's 70 different things you can do in these zombie maps. You go back to this is old school. You cannot run around zombies in this one very well. They kind of have, if you were to imagine, invisible football pads on, because they are huge. Like, if you try to skate by a zombie, you get stuck a lot, and that's very frustrating. Yeah, so I got a lot better at this game, so it's a little bit different now, because when I first started playing this game, it was when it was out, World at War, and I would play with my friend Esqueleto, and he was extremely good at this game. He taught me how to play. He was getting around 120 back when I was first starting to play. And I make a miraculous save here. I don't know how I get out of this and survive, but I'm skating around. I just Wonder Waffled about 130 zombies, and I just wanted to point that out. It was actually funny. We were talking quite a bit of trash to each other. Even though we're on the same team in zombies, we've been friends for, I don't know, since he was a freshman in high school and I was a sophomore, and now I'm 21. So we've been friends for a really long time, and we've been playing Call of Duty for years. So there's a lot of trash talk that goes on. So I actually put this clip in because he goes down at around, 27, whatever that was. And I kind of just wanted to rub that in, that he went down and I had to save him, because it's normally the opposite, because he's better. But, so we're going to skate forward here a little bit. But yeah, this map is nuts. I lost my train of thought. I don't know what I was talking about before. Oh yeah, the game getting easier. So the game's quite a bit easier now. Now dogs don't really faze me. Before dogs, I think we all knew when dogs came out, it was like, oh, this is stressful, this is hard. And without Juggernaut, dogs are pretty hard to take down. But with Juggernaut and with enough experience, they are pretty much a break now. It's okay, we get max ammo, and that's about it. So We're about halfway through the zombie video. Yeah, just wanted to show our swamp strategy. It's pretty much just stick it out in this corner. And, just kind of survive as long as you can. And then what we like to do is someone takes out the Wonder Waffler, you shoot as many zombies as you can, and then you press forward and you run to a hut. We like to run to the giant spinning mauler. I don't know what you would call that, but we all know what it is. It's the big trap. And then we go to huts, turn on the electricity, take the little slide back up to the top of this. Or it's not a slide, it's like a ski lift kind of. And then, just keep running around to that and then back to the corner. And it's a pretty effective strategy. Like I said, got my friend Escaleto to around 120, so I can't really complain about that. It's a little more stressful with two people. I think he's made it to 70. We have a third friend who's also very good. They're better than me at zombies, but I'm better than them at online, so I guess it's a good trade. But I learned something that I did not know playing this specific game, and that's why I wanted to post it. Everyone might know this, and I might sound dumb, but I'm not sure. Also, you can turn the trap on the other side and then run through, because it takes a little while to start up the spinning trap. But I learned if you Wonder Waffle zombies, they glow through their eyes and they electrocute and it chains a bunch of them and then, they all die. But normally when you kill a zombie, you kind of have to wait for it to fall down or explode or whatever it does before you can run through it. But if you Wonder Waffle, even though they're lit up and they're all chaining and they're all next to each other, you can still run through them, which I did not know. And it led to me, okay, Wonder Waffling, backing up, waiting for them all to die, and then, trying to do something, trying to run out of it. By that time, in later rounds, though, another 400 zombies, or realistically, another 25 zombies are already running at you. So you can't get out of the way. If you're cornered, you can't leave. So I did learn that, and that was very helpful. That you can Wonder Waffle and then just run right through their bodies, even while they're electrocuted, which, if you don't know, is huge. And I think on this map there isn't a amount to what the Wonder Waffler can chain. I know in the next map, Rise, it can only get a certain amount of zombies, but in this map it can pretty much just do anything. You're also going to see me pick up quite a few weapons. Normally what our plan is, one of us tries to get the Waffler, obviously, because you have to, and the other person wants, an LMG or a ray gun, a great gun. And we both actually get Thompsons, because in this map we use less electric fence than in other maps because we start out in that corner. So pretty much at the beginning of every round you'll see us buy ammunition because the Thompson burns through ammo quickly. But the reason the Thompson works is because it has that clip of 20, but it reloads very quickly with sleight of hand, and you can just buy ammo right there because it's right on the wall. You don't have to worry about keep running to the box, because in previous games I would go double LMG, I'd get the Browning and the MG42, or I'd get the ray gun and Waffler. And the issue with that is, yeah, you're golden for 2 rounds, but dogs come, I think it's every 4 or 5 or 6 rounds, and that max ammo isn't always there, and you run into some trouble. So if you buy the gun, you can get off the wall, then the ammo concerns aren't that big of a deal. And obviously the Thompson's really good at making money, so you don't really have to worry about that. There is no pack-a-punch, so the finances are not as big of an issue. But that's just my reasons for using the Thompson. We normally both use the Thompson. We split up a few times, which I think is a good thing, because when people play zombies, they tend to stick together in a pack, which makes sense because you can revive each other, you can kind of cover each other's back. If someone's getting hit, the other person can shoot them off them, and that's all good and well. But I think people stay together to a fault, really, because if we stick together, we're gonna die, because it's not as easy to juke zombies. Like, we all know, if you kind of run in a little bit of a circle, or and more if it's an oval, but if you run in an oval, the zombies will pretty much never get you until, a really, really later round. But if you're playing with multiple people, and you're both, running in an oval or a circle, and your ovals run into each other, you're screwed, because there's zombies on every side of you. You're going to see me go down here. I got greedy. I was trying to get the Thompson off the wall because my bar had run out of ammo. I really shouldn't have. I should have just stuck with the Waffler and kind of just helped my friend out, but I got kind of greedy. And like I said, we're talking a lot of trash in the game, and even though we're on the same team, even when you look at the scoreboard at the end, whoever has more score starts talking. That's just how it goes. If you have less score, you don't really say anything. More score, you start talking. And Escaleto makes a miraculous recovery. I'm in radio, but I can't pronounce words. It's a tough one. But yeah, he uses the ray gun, opens up this door down here last round, escapes down it, and does a really good job of kind of rallying them up. The ray gun is so fun to use, because when you line somebody up in a big, I guess line, you can just unload, and I just think that's the best feeling in the world. We pause here for a second. I don't remember why, but we're playing on local, we're not playing online. Being able to pause the game is very nice. It's very relaxing. It's kind of when it's stressing you out. I get screwed by the teddy bear there on round 31. That is not what you want. I'm going to try to put this little lift back because we like to use it. We like to run to doctor's quarters. Oh, I guess I don't put it back. I guess I misremembered. But this is a very long zombie video. This is about 13 minutes. This is the longest commentary I've done. I still think I'm making sense, but you know, you never know. I have to buy the trench gun, which is kind of sucky because last time I went for the Thompson I died and I didn't want to get stuck again and leave him alone. But we are in a little bit of a situation because we don't have the Wonder Waffler anymore, and I have the trench gun and he has a Thompson out, which are two wall guns, which we all know do not work super well in the later rounds. I go down really quick because I don't have Juggernaut. I try to get that trap on. It's not really that helpful. We switch over to Escaletto's screen. He opens up the back wall, the wall we put our Betties at, which we don't really like to open because it kind of screws us because we don't really have a place to stand, but he kind of had to because he didn't really have a lot of other options. But yeah, this is our zombie video. You can see what our strategy is. Pretty concrete. It's sit in this corner where he is right now, put the Betties down, and you know, face as many as you can. Wonder Waffler, run to a hut, and you know, then run to the next hut, and then you reset at the beginning of the round. Like I said, we both like to buy the Thompson off the wall because there isn't that issue of running out of ammo, and then we like to ideally one person have the ray gun, one person have the Wonder Waffler. You can get by having the any LMG, the Browning, or the MG42. You could use other guns. It's not like this is the only strategy that works. It's just the strategy that we go with. A four-person strategy I've always wanted to try was just holding a hut the entire time. You go to a hut with 3 windows or 2 windows, and you have 2 people watch the 2 or 3 windows, and you have 2 people take the front, and you get the electricity. I've never gotten to try that because you need 4 people with a system because that's the way it works online for World of War. I've always wanted to do that, so maybe if we can get some subscribers from the channel to do that, I think that would be a really fun strategy. Maybe put a video up about that. But I'm used to radio segments that are 15 minutes, so I guess this wasn't as hard. I'm just not talking Padres and Chargers and how frustrated I am with them. But that's going to do it for the zombie video. We go down here at round 31. Pretty good for Swamp. Yeah, it was kind of my fault we lost, but oh well, my friend tried to get us out. And who had more score? I had more score. So I guess we see who the better zombie player is. Well, my name's Nasty T, and thanks for the view.